My name is Lucy Karanja. I'll be the host for today. I have been a partner with Opulence GLobal since 2018, never looked back, and I'm marching on and really loving every moment of it. I'm a lifestyle director too, and in good time, we shall definitely move into the next level as well. So today is not about me, it's about my amazing leader, one Nancy Kihika, who is going to share with us her story today. I want to say again, a very warm welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining us from, and we love it. Kenya right now is 5 p.m. and without much ado, I want to welcome this amazing lady. She's an absolute, and I mean it, she's an absolute phenomenal leader and mentor. She's always there to hold our hands and clear all our little dark patches as we build our businesses. Nancy is a lifestyle director too, but I would like her to share with us a little bit about yourself. Nancy, your video has gone off. Oh, there you are. You look absolutely smashing as always. Ooh, Mr. Kihika is a happy bunny. Look absolutely awesome. So Nancy, welcome to our call today. You are giving us and sharing with us your story. Tell us, who is Nancy Kihika? And how did you become a partner in Opulence GLobal?
Wow, thank you so much, Lucy. Sorry, I had a hiccup with my technology here, my laptop. We always told that don't trust technology 100%. So I want to welcome each one of you to the cocktail, and I hope everybody is having their glass of water, juice, cocktail, whatever it is that you would like to take. And as I start, thank you so much, Lucy. I want to introduce myself. I think you've done almost half of it. My name, for those who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Nancy Kihika. And Nancy Kihika is a very, very, very excited partner with Opulence GLobal, but I'll come to that. But as I talk about my bio, Nancy is a married mother of 3 children, married to Mr. Kihika, and we are blessed with 3 children, 2 girls and 1 boy. I am so lucky to say that my firstborn now, she's in young adult. Yeah, I have a teenager, and the other one soon will be in his preteen. So Lucy, you asked me how I joined the business or where I met this great opportunity, if I didn't miss the question. And I want to say, first and foremost, Nancy did not start the way she is today. I started in employment. You know, after college, I got a very good job that time. And the job was good. I was young, and being employed by a good company, it was such a great achievement for me. But what happens is life happens. And I remember, and I always quote this and I laugh about it, that when my life started, I got married and the family started growing. But I always say that there's something that the employer ignores. The employer ignores how big your family is growing so that they can increase your salary. So I found myself there, and I got attracted to entrepreneurship because people who were surrounding me that time, my very close family friends, including my husband and very close friends in that sector, they were all in business. And I remember every Sunday when after church we would go out with the kids, the family, I was the only person who was looking so down in the evening, frowning. Why? Because none of them were reporting to any boss on Monday morning apart from me. So I started feeling, wow, I wish I would have a business where I would control my time, where nobody will tell me to wake up, you know. And so when I was in that job, I got interested in business. And Lucy, I met network marketing that time. And the reason why I engaged in network marketing, for maybe people who don't know that early story, is because I wanted to make that extra income. I wanted to make an extra income. And the ultimate goal was to see how I can sack my boss, you know, and be able to take care of my family. So I started network marketing in another company, where by the time I was meeting Opulence GLobal, I was already 12 years in that field. And I had quit my job 1.5 years after engaging with my first company. So 2018, to bring you up to speed, everybody, 2018 January, I remember it was Tuesday, very early, very, very early. Lucy, you know, when we go for business meetings, we meet very, very early, because I'm a member of an organization that brings business people together to help each other generate more business. It's called BNI, for those maybe who'd like to know. And in that meeting, a friend of mine walked in with a guest, with a visitor. And Lucy, because you know how it goes in BNI, I was on that desk, visitor host desk. And I remember I welcoming all the visitors, and I welcomed this visitor in the morning, and he gave me his card and I showed me where to sit. And what I was told is by my friend in that organization or in that group, Nancy, I would like you to meet this friend of mine that I've come with. He has a very, very good product about health, and I would like you to hear more about it. Why? Because I was in health and wellness. And one meeting led to another, because that evening we met after booking an appointment, and he shared with me the vision of bringing the business to Africa. He shared with me the vision of bringing and building business here. And he told me he's looking for a leader that he can work with. And the person that I am saying his name is Reza Mescalo. So when Reza showed me the opportunity, the business, at first I was hesitant, let me not lie to you, because I thought there are so many companies that come to Kenya, you know, in this part of Africa. And we have seen so many companies coming here 2-3 months, 1 year, you know, they are not there anymore. So I was wondering, could it be one of them, you know? But when he told me the company is from Canada, when he told me about the research, especially the product research, our most powerful antioxidant, done research over 22 years, I think to me, I knew, wow, this is amazing, because for any product to take that amount of time to be researched, then that means there's something. But the product did not attract me as such. I was attracted by the compensation plan. To some extent, I told him, I doubt what you're saying. This looks too good to be true, you know? And because I understood compensation plans, I knew most of the companies that were coming to Kenya. And every time I would tell someone, you know what, if you're saying this is better than where I am, can I see your paying plan? So when I saw the compensation plan, Lucy, that changed my mind. It changed my mind completely. And I want to say a few things about what I saw. Number one, he told me that, Nancy, with our company, you will get your own online shop, you get your email, and you can trade your business with anyone, any part of the world without being there physically. That was one. Number two, our binary system pays to infinity, you know, and you can tap into other countries' economies without leaving your country. And you know what happened, Lucy? I said, let's meet tomorrow, because I am going to launch my shop. And I started the business. So that is what attracted me. And he told me, I am going to hold your hand. I am going to walk the journey with you. I am going to be there for you, and we build this market together. To me, that is what I wanted to hear. And I did not hesitate. I grabbed the opportunity and I ran with it.
Wow, 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 wow. That is absolutely, poof, pop and in you got. And it completely got you mesmerized. So now you're a partner with Opulence GLobal. You become a partner now. And you've been in the other business for at least a minimum, if I remember correctly, at least 12 years. You were in the other company. So what did you do different in Opulence GLobal in order to get the success that you now have? And what lessons, either happy or joy, have you learned in Opulence GLobal? In other words, what now you're here, you joined, the joy, the difference between the two. What joy can you share with us that you say that indeed I did the right thing?
I love sharing this journey because as much as I was so excited to start, Lucy, I freaked out because, being with a company for 12 years and not looking what other companies have, I could not believe that I can walk out and start afresh, because I did not carry my team, by the way. I walked out and I said, Kenya, we over 40 million people. So I will walk out the same way I walked in that company because it's my dream. And I don't know what my teammates, my organization, and true, I was a world team leader in the organization. I had developed quite a number of leaders, but I said it's my own dream and I don't want to pull anyone because there's what they want. So I started, and first of all, Lucy, one of the challenges that I faced a lot was that I don't have to walk into a distribution center, because where I was, you just walk into a distribution center, go and get the products, take them to your clients. You have meeting rooms, to hold your meetings. Really, that is the life that I was used to. So here, there's no distribution center. Everything is online, just like what one of our leaders said, that she was so shocked to know that when I told her her business would be online, and she was looking for it, on the cloud. You know what I mean?
So I know who that is.
Yeah. So for me, Lucy, that really, that did not go very well, because I didn't know, again, how will I tell people? Because people would ask me, where is your office? Where is your company? And at the time, we were not used to doing business online as such in Kenya. And I'm telling people to pay online. Oh my God. But I think, to me, having the right attitude helped me a lot. Having the right attitude and also believing in myself. There was no other way I was going to achieve that or attain that or overcome that challenge other than believing in me. And I just want to quote like what Napoleon Hill says, that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And our mind is the most powerful instrument, or the most powerful tool that we have as human beings. Because you can command your mind and make it believe, and it will exactly deliver that. So I believed in my upline, who was a stranger when I met him. I believed that I can do it. I believed no matter the challenges in my country, like doing the business online, I believed I can. And that is what really helped me come out of my my Cancun, come out of my comfort zone, come out of, the fear that I had at the beginning. And I said, I can do it. I don't know, the other question you asked me, Lucy, I think it has disappeared because of my excitement, but I would love to answer that question because I know.
Yes. So basically I'd asked you is that, what did you do different in order to get the success you now have? And what lessons and joy have you learned in Opulence GLobal?
Exactly. So one is to believe, like I have mentioned. Then number two, I had to sacrifice. Because when I came here, I realized the game was different. Oh my God, the game here was so different because I have to be trained by the corporate. I have to be trained by my upline who is in Canada. And the difference, the hour difference is so humongous, 8 hours. 8 hours behind me, I'm 8 hours ahead. And most of the trainings, we know with our timings, they are done, if it's 8 p.m. Canadian time, most depending with the time in the year or the season in the year, I would say so. Sometimes it's 3 a.m., sometimes it's 4 a.m. And Lucy, I had to sacrifice. I had to pay the price, which I always do even now, to sit down in the morning on my table with my notebook and pen. Oh yes, my team, they know it. I will always have notebook and pen and take notes in that training. I did not have any excuse at all because I knew if I don't learn, then I will not have anything to give to the team. Because as a leader, you need to be ahead of the game. As a leader, you have to read, you have to listen, you have to have notes to share. So I had to sacrifice, and I see if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be where I am. The other thing, I would go back to the recordings because I was shown how to go back to the recordings. And I would sit again, not just listening. I would sit and take notes, those recordings. And I would love going to the recording done by Renee Liao, teaching how the compensation plan. Because for me, if I didn't get it right, then how would I convince people that this is better than where I was? And to me, compensation plan was top of the game in my conversation with anyone that I brought in on board. So I would say those are the sacrifices that I made, and I'm still making them. And you're talking about the joy. There's no other joy in being network marketing with a company that has your back. A company that says, you know what, of course, you're in here for yourself, but not by yourself. A company that has a group of leaders, we call them My Five, who will support you anytime you need help, even the corporate. That anytime I have a challenge, I would call the corporate, they would not bring me down or ask me, where are you calling from? And I felt so loved, because to me, if that did not happen, maybe I wouldn't hang in there. So you call, and everybody, including our CEO, amazingly, our SVP, our trainer, Danny, you call the corporate and everybody is ready to pick up your call and answer and support. So I would say that is one thing that really gave me a lot of joy. And I felt so loved. I'm an Africa girl. They had not even seen me physically, but they're there embracing me and helping me to actually take my business to the next level.
Wow.
The other joy, what about the joy of seeing success happening? Success happening. And to me, I think that is so good that anyone who would like to start a business or any business, you want to see your business succeeding. That, to me, it stamped believability and took my believability to the next level.
Wow, awesome. Oh, you've really hit the nail on the head, because I know that is something that everybody is so happy about, the MiFi, that we are together as a family, not separate. And I love as well the same. I just need to just kind of, if you don't mind, just go back a little bit. I just want to find out this, Nancy. How do you manage to do your business, take care of your massive team already in Africa and beyond Africa, and still manage your home front? I always wonder that. Sometimes I almost want to ask Mr. Kihika, but I always say, zip it up, Lucy. Please do, if you don't mind, kindly share with us how you manage all that.
I want to say I really thank God because I have a very supportive system. And my supportive system, first of all, it starts in my house. I have a very, very supportive, supporting husband and my children. And the reason why they support me the way they support me, it's because I've come to a point where they understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, I have shared my vision with them, and my children have seen, you know, the growth, the exponential growth that this business has given me. So first and foremost, I think when everybody understands what my job entails and why I have to work from home and why they have to, I have to also bring them into my schedule. Like this time, mom has to do a meeting. This time, mom has to be out. When I drop you to school, I will go for this meeting. I'll come and pick you. So for me, that has been the most supportive, I mean, my backbone of this business, because if it were not for them, I don't think I would be able to focus and even to concentrate. Number two is, I would say, Lucy, again, I am so blessed because God has given me a team of leaders who have walked this journey with me. Leaders who are there for me. Even sometimes, you know, because even us as leaders, sometimes you feel like, can I really put one foot in front of the other, you know? And when you have such a supportive leadership group with you, you will go, I mean, you can do so much. I don't think there's anything you can't do as far as our business is concerned. Leaders who are there to listen to you. When you share the vision with them, they say, I think we can do it. So for me, I'm blessed in all areas. When it comes to the family, when it comes to the business, God has given me the best of the best that, you know, I always thank God and pray for them. And that has made me put my team together and be able to grow it. And the work becomes easier, Lucy, yes. Because when you grow leaders who are willing to take leadership, it becomes easier and you have time now to think what's the next thing. No matter how difficult, because you've gone through challenges, they're there with you and you don't feel the load like I'm here alone. No. So to me, I would actually say that has really supported me. Both my family and my business leaders have been there to walk this journey with me.
Awesome, awesome. Yes, because I know, you know, we also have a lot of other partners who are also parents, mothers who are at home and taking care of children as they are doing the business as well. So that helps a lot to hear from you how you're also able to manage the same. Now, I've known you for a while, Nancy, you know that. So I know a little bit about you. And I know one thing that I'm not very far from, I think I got it pretty right, is that I know you as a very, very reserved lady, especially when it comes to things like social media is concerned. And as I can remember, you having great, I mean great difficulties overcoming those challenges. Kindly do share with us how you turned around. And today, you actually encourage us during our training sessions with you to embrace the same social media to conduct and build our businesses. And we both know that we are very many who have had the same reservations that you had at the beginning about being on the social media platform. It's a massive challenge for a lot of us, me included, you know that. Kindly do share how you turned around and zoom, you're everywhere today.
Lucy, I didn't see that coming. And oh my God. But I would like to say it's true. You have actually hit the nail on the head. Because, and this is the truth, I wish my upline or Reza was here to say as it is. I remember again when I came here, I met a very, very different organization, very different from where I was. Because where I was, social media, I mean, we didn't embrace social media. There was nothing really much to talk about social media. And I tell people that naturally I'm a very shy person. You know, when I tell people that, they're like, I doubt, but it is true. And I always have to get used to a space for me to thrive. For me, I did not embrace social media. As much as I was on Facebook, I didn't like what most people used to share on Facebook. The fact that I'm a very reserved person, I didn't like it. So, I mean, to me, I didn't see anything to share because it was not in my space to share what I used to see people posting. And I was like, that's not me. I can't do that. And I remember, Lucy, to be very honest, so that people can see where I'm coming from. I remember when I joined, my upline asked me, can we, we have to post you, we have to put you out there, we have to celebrate you. That's the culture that I found in Opulence GLobal, to celebrate new members, to highlight the new members. And I remember he put my photo on Facebook. Let me tell you what happened next. I actually told him, kindly, with all due respect, I'm kindly requesting you to remove my photo on Facebook and on social media, And I think that really made me now trust the kind of an upline that I'm going to walk this journey with. Because Reza said, okay, why? And I told him, it's my personal decision. I didn't want people to see me out there. I didn't want people to start seeing, wow, what is happening with Nancy all of a sudden? And of course, Lucy, let me say also the truth. I didn't know how to balance from where I was and now this new space. Because remember, I left a team. I left an organization where most people, including my upline there, didn't know that I could actually switch, or jump the ship. So for me, social media, I did not embrace it. And every time in the training, I know we are told by the corporate that time, or post this, I was like, oh my God, can I be told to do something different other than anything to do with social media? But let me tell you, Lucy, and to everyone on the call, okay? There's always what you call the magic when you start believing in yourself. There's that magic that happens. And there's magic in belief. There's magic in trying something. There's magic in daring. There is magic in accepting because when I started believing in myself, I said, I will try, because I kept telling my upline, I'll try, please give me time, I will try. And he was very patient with me. Up to date, I try, I'm progressing, but I'm trying, you know? And there's magic in daring. And those are words quoted by Jim Rohn. I love listening to Jim Rohn. And when that magic happened to me, I started now attracting and listening and seeing what other people in our industry, not even in our company, in our industry, people who are successful, how have they embraced social media and how social media is working and building their business. And I started, and I realized, you know what? It's not about posting the food that I ate last night. It's about posting, my life. And there's someone who is going to, to actually reckon with what I'm doing. There's someone who's going to connect with what I'm doing. And they start asking me questions. Nancy, what is it that you're doing? What are you doing? And Lucy, to be honest, I'm just seeing new openings for business opportunity, people who follow me. And right now, I have quite a number of people who they have started using the product because of that. And also, I have brought in quite a number of people, like 3 of them, because of social media. So I would say I'm not yet there. I've not become a guru yet, but the magic has happened to me, and I'm even daring. And you can see nowadays I am not shy anymore because I'm feeling comfortable in that space. I can share myself in the gym. I can share myself in the meeting, and I'm getting there. And Lucy, believe it or not, watch this space because I am going to change a lot as far as my business is concerned. And I'm going to encourage so many people because I know where I'm coming from. And I know when someone tells me, give me time, I know what they mean. And I'm going to be patient with those people, and I'm going to teach them how to do it. Because if Nancy can do it, if I can do it, I believe anyone who is willing and ready can do it. It's just a matter of time. Lucy, I know you will be better than me in social media in the near future.
Oh, wow, that's a good one. I must say, Nancy, indeed, what you're doing currently in social media has actually touched me as well, because I'm the same, very reserved. But as you say, you train us, and I know the team is getting the hang of it. And I think soon we'll all be loaded on Instagram and Facebook, and we'll be smiling all the way and not feeling shy or reserved as well. Awesome. Thank you so much for that sharing. Now, let me ask you this, Nancy. Are you there? Yeah, you must be there.
Yes, Lucy, sorry.
You're there, okay, yeah. If you were to start all over again, let's say, what would you do different? What advice would you give to new members? And those, especially those who sometimes feel rather discouraged doing the business. I think we all have come across a lot of even people you brought on board who come on board at first, they're all excited and ready to work. And a couple of weeks or months down the road, you feel that excitement is dwindling. It's not the same. And, it sometimes is it may be even passed on to other partners. How would you advise those who go down that road? How would you encourage them?
If I was to start again, all over again, if I would meet my upline, today and join today, definitely there are things I would do differently. That one, Lucy, I can tell you. Because number one, I would be at a space where really I don't have to worry about where I'm coming from. So because it's my life, it's my future. So that would not drag me behind for some time, because it took me a bit of time for me to adjust, you know, and to ask, what will other people say? What will my other team say? Because I left them. And then to some extent, I used to get worried. It was my first time to leave another company. Like my upline says, and it is true, you know, I'm a very loyal person when it comes to, if I believe in something, I will pursue it to the end. And so I would not take so much time to change my mindset from one company to the other. Number two, Lucy, I would embrace some of the things that took so much time, like social media. You know, I would start embracing it. I would go out and look for, how can I become better, you know, in social media? Because it is true, if you really want to take your business to the next level, and I really admire, even in our company here, there are leaders who are really on social media, and I admire what they do. Someone like Ifra, our LD4, I mean, really, to me, I sit back and I'm like, wow, I am loving each and everything that she's doing. So I would be open and I would embrace that. The only thing I would do is to learn the skills of how can I connect my social life with my business. So it would not take me so much time or keep saying, oh, you know, I'm shy. No. So that's something I would say, if today I was to join the business, I would change completely. The other thing is changing my mindset in terms of, I struggled adjusting again. The system, I had to undo a lot or to delete so many things that I had in the other company. So if I was to start, I would actually put a mind block. I would actually think like I'm starting like a new person, someone who has no experience in network marketing, because I wouldn't have a place to compare. Quite a lot of things I would compare, how things are done here, how things are done there. And some of them I did not understand. Why? Because, of course, it was not easy. So Lucy, those are some of the things that I would change and try and adapt very fast, because I think that really could, if I did that, my business would not be where it is today. For those people who, like people who are in the business, people who are wondering, can I really do it? Okay. The challenges, and I hear people saying, oh, I have this challenge. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, you know what? I don't think this business is meant for me. And I want to quote, there's a book I used to read, and I read it even now. And every time one of my mentors in network marketing, I would walk to my upline where I was. She was a serious mentor. And I would tell her I want to quit because of the challenges. And that I carried it along up to today. And this I tell people even in my team when I'm doing mentorship. And I would say, I am feeling so down. I talk to people, they don't want to come, or I don't think I can do this. And my upline would ask me, what book are you reading? Okay, are you reading any book? And because we had books that you were told to read, she would actually tell me one book that had nuggets of quotes. She would tell me, Nancy, tell me what nugget 20 says. I know, Lucy, wow. I've told you about nugget wow. 20. And I had crammed nugget 20 because it says roads without obstacles, they lead to nowhere, you know? And the road to success is always an uphill task. It's never down the hill. And every time when you have a challenge, you should embrace it. And when you don't have a challenge, that nugget says, you should actually kneel down and ask God, have you forgotten me? That I can't handle enough. So when that was instilled in me, I realized it is true. There's nobody, any millionaire out there, and anybody who is successful in business, whatever sector, that they have not met challenges along the way. And Jim Rohn goes ahead and says, don't wish for less challenges, because most of us want to wish for less challenges, but wish for more wisdom, because we can't grow without challenges. So challenges are good. And when we overcome challenges, we become victors and we don't become victims. So always thrive to become a victor, always thrive to become, to overcome challenges. Ask for more wisdom, because challenges will always be there. Anyway, challenges are everywhere, including our families, and look at yourself like a victor and not a victim. So I would tell people who are new in the business, or people who are in the business, they're facing challenges. I have faced a lot of them. And I usually tell people, when you feel like quitting in my team, come and tell me you want to quit, because I have felt quitting 100 times. I have felt the same way you're feeling 100 times. And I know how you're feeling. But what matters is, are you willing to do something different about what you're feeling? So, Lucy, to me, challenges are good. We just need to know, how do we overcome the challenges, and creating that belief in us that we are going to overcome them and we become victor, and we are not going to be victims of circumstances and challenges.
Wow, I love that. That is absolutely phenomenal. I love that. That is so good. And I hope partners and guests here have noted that down, because yes, nothing comes easy. Nothing. You have to work to get it, whichever which way. Thank you so much, Nancy, for sharing that. And as I can see, we're almost getting to the hour, and we need to have maybe a little session of Q&A as well. But before we do that, I'd love to ask you this, dear Nancy. You are already in over about 38 countries already. You have businesses already in about 38 countries as we speak, and all over, But of course, your main place point is, of course, Africa. And I'd just like to ask you, what are your future plans for the growth of the African market? You're our leader. You are an absolutely phenomenal leader. You're always there for us, and I love it, always. So I know you have great plans for us all.
Thank you, Lucy. My business, I know, my prayer is my business to be in 38 countries. At least I would say, I think right now we've hit 30. And let me say, Africa, I'm so passionate about building Africa. Very, very, very passionate. Being an African and knowing the potential that the African countries we have, starting with Kenya, and looking at it that we have so much potential that has not been tapped into. And the more we believe in ourselves, the better for us. To me, I have a very, very big vision. And I remember one time I was sharing with one of the leaders in my team, and she told me, Nancy, do you believe that you're really going to be the African queen? That's the name African queen came from. And we were just having our tea and having that conversation. And later did I know that the team is going to give me the name, the African queen. But let me come straight to what you have asked. What is the vision? And I want to say, Africa, we are starting. Africa, we have not even scratched the surface, starting with Kenya. When I look at what we have in Kenya, I go to South Africa, I go to Nigeria, the western part of Africa, Ghana, you know, the southern part, because most of those regions we have started opening them, where we have Zambia, we have Namibia, you know. I want to say, Lucy, my vision is to make sure that in those countries we have great leadership, because it has to start there. The reason why most regions, they don't grow or they won't grow, is because they don't have strong leadership on the ground. And the reason why most regions, they will grow, they might grow at a slow pace, yes, but when you instill proper leadership on a region, you know, of course, with the help of the corporate, to me, that will take your business to the next level. So it means in those countries, we are looking at even Cote d'Ivoire, South Sudan, the entire East Africa, you know, region. East Africa, for those people maybe who would like to know more, it's where we have Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, you know, that is East African region, South Sudan. So for me, if I can develop leadership and I train them to become better than Nancy, I believe Africa will grow. We need to have the vision carriers, vision bearers in those regions, people who can stand up and say, this is, I believe so much in this business in this region, and I'm ready to take up leadership. And I thank God we are so blessed, because our team, we already have leadership on the ground. When I look at Nigeria, it's just a matter of time, because we are very consistent in building the leadership in our Nigerian market, South Africa, Zambia, Namibia, you know. So for me, the vision that I have is to build more leadership. That tells us in the next 1 year, we should be having even LD3s coming out of those regions, including Kenya. And my vision is, how strong can the leadership be on the ground? Because I know when I have strong leadership, okay, definitely the business will go to the next level. But if I have weak leadership on the ground, then that means the business will not grow. So building leadership, training them, to me, that's the most important thing. We bring them on board, we identify leaders, we train them, we work with them, you know, and they get it. And then, you know what, we will be able to build the business to the next level. And already we have lined them up. Already we have a program where we keep having we call it our academy. Sorry to say it here, academy, where we are training people to become leaders, even in their own small towns, and taking up leadership. I can tell you, if that is done and done in all our regions, it's just a matter of time. Africa is the place to be, and Africa, we are going to carry the flag of Opulence GLobal higher and higher.
Wow, wow, I love that. And indeed, I can even testify to that, that indeed, the training that most of us have received here is something that we never imagined that we would ever get or even do. So again, Luis Nancy, I'd just love to thank you so much for your amazing leadership here in Africa, and to just appreciate you that indeed we've grown where we are because of that amazing leadership that you have. Thank you so much. And I think I can say that on behalf of all the teams who are here today. So we've come almost to a say we are about to end, but I'd like to maybe take the last few minutes to ask the partners and the guests on the call. This is a Q&A time that maybe you could ask any questions. You can put up your hand. You can put a little message in the chat for whatever question you'd like, so that Nancy can share with you whatever it is that you need to know. Maybe Lucia with me, we can just look at the chat and see if there's any questions or anybody with a hand up.
Thank you, Lucy. And as we do that, let me just mention this one thing that I should have mentioned, saying that building Africa and bringing team and leadership together. And I want to tell you, as a leader, because we have other leaders who are listening here, and it's very important to build what we call cohesiveness within the team, because that has really, really worked. And getting people to work together is magic. You know, getting leaders to work together is magic. And there's no way a region will grow if you're not able to bring your leaders together. That cohesiveness. And one thing I can declare is that to everybody here, and even my leaders, they know, I am one person who is I always look at things in a very objective way. I don't mix business and personal life. I don't mix business and personal life. I don't get into, like people's politics and all that. And they know, even when you have the meeting, I listen more. And that's the way I'm able to know what else to say. And of course, reading a lot, because reading will give you, will always help you become better and better as a leader. So getting people to work together, I can tell you for sure it is magic. And that's my goal, to make sure that people are able to work together in Africa, whatever part of the world someone is coming from. Country.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nancy, for your absolutely awesome sharing. And just wondering if there's anyone on the call who would love to maybe raise your hand up and say something. Most welcome. We'll unmute you and you can share. Anyone on the call? I see Riku is here.
Good afternoon. Can I
There you are. Yes, you are, Sarah.
How are you,
welcome,
ladies?
welcome.
Mashallah, good to see you, sisters. Amazing sharing, amazing tips. And you are always actually inspire us for bringing the prosperity to Africa. Absolutely, we need this type of business. We need to as Nancy sharing, reading and inspiration for the brain wise, actually to teach the people better way to do the business, better way to grow. It's actually what we need in a lot of area in Africa, to be honest. Really, like when I remember when I was as Nancy said earlier, like when I was thinking actually I have a epiphany before I started my business. I actually have a question in my mind saying, what else I can do differently? You know what? If I'm gonna stay same surrounded people all the time, I may not grow. So while I was seeking, that is when I met and my sister Sol Stephanie. So basically, this is what it means is this new blood, this amazing mind set and system that is Ramin Mascarlo business and his team built it for us is a whole new game if we approach to Africa and say, hey, like even not even individuals, actually systematically, like it's something can change the way around the world and also Africa, the way they actually do a lot of different things that right now they doing it. Like I feel like sometimes focus is more like who can be winning for something, who can have the government, who can do this. But if our mind come on, who can do the economic more, who can bring more families, raise their life is better way, who can bring more dollars and more prosperity for different homes really that is what we needed. And I think so, Nancy and Lucy, both of you, you had a good road, and I'm with you 100%. So let's do it. Let's do it basically for us a team and rest of our Opulence team too. So let's do it. Absolutely, I agree with you, both of you. Thank you very much. And microphone is yours right now.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for sharing that. That's absolutely amazing. Really appreciate your sharing with us. And indeed, we shall go far. We also have Veronica, who is based all the way in South Africa, Pretoria. I see your hand is up. Could you kindly unmute and let's hear you. Go ahead, Veronica.
Good evening, Lucy. Wow, what a call. You know, I've just been glued every time I write, and it never, it never gets out of fashion. I have a question for Nancy. Nancy is my upline, direct upline, a personal friend, but as she says, she doesn't mix business with friendship. And it's something I have learned from her. And she always reminds me every time, and she tells me, hey, okay, let's talk. Are we talking business? Are we talking personal? And that's how we differentiate our conversations. And I love her for that. Because of that, our friendship has not been affected because of the business. And, being my upline, there are many times I just want to tell her, Nancy, I'm done. I'm closing shop. And she comes back and tells me, okay, now I'm talking to you as your upline, not as your personal friend. And 2 years later, I'm still here and loving it and enjoying it. Nancy, thank you so much for sharing your journey. You're such an inspiration. Every day, I'm just mesmerized, when I listen to you, and it's inspirational. I have a question for you. Africa is growing. Africa is expanding. And, post-COVID, we have a lot going on, not just in Africa, but around the world. But the biggest challenge is we are all facing inflation. For you as a leader, and for Africa in general, because we are talking about Africa because we are focusing on our market at this time. How would you respond to the effects of inflation to the different markets in Africa? And what would be your encouragement to our teams around Africa?
Well, thank you so much, Veronica, for that question. Indeed, the question is coming at the right time, because this is the time Africa, and I know it's not just Africa, I think the entire world, the inflation is really hitting us. I can tell you for sure, here in Kenya, you go to supermarket, you walk out with such a small paper bag of shopping, and the amount of money that you've spent, you can't, most of the things you have now to look at the price. But I hear people saying, you know what, maybe look at this high interest, which the high interest to date has affected us a lot also, where people borrow money, the interest is very, 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 very high. And, yesterday or the day before, I can't remember when, I listened to Jim Rohn. Let me tell you, I thrive with Jim Rohn, has been my mentor for a long time. He actually says it is the bleed for the poor, where everything is going up. Look at the exchange rate, the interest, and high prices of food, the fuel, everything. The cost of living is going up. And it's not just in Kenya, it's not in South Africa, it's not just in Nigeria, it is actually affecting the entire world, where even fuel every day is going up. Look at, in Kenya especially, I would tell you, because I know you're a Kenyan who lives out of Kenya. 1 liter of fuel, sometimes you wonder, do I fuel my car, or what do I do? Or gas, for those people who understand that language. But we can sit back and say, oh, I think my region, or I think my country, or I think my government, and especially for us in Kenya who are just coming from election, and we don't even know which way it will go. That's a story for another day. But it is upon us to actually ask ourselves, with this inflation, what can I do? Because there are situations you cannot change. And for things to change, it's me to change. With that, I have to pay school fees for my children. I have to put food on the table. I have to pay for the basic needs. And the inflation is affecting each one of us. So I have to think what to do. If you're sitting back there and saying, I can't do this business because of inflation, or I am born in the wrong part of the world, being in Africa, you know, if I was in another country, I would do better. And want to tell you, hey, come on, let's rise up. Let's rise above those challenges. We have to think what to do because we cannot change that situation. It is us to know how to set the sail. The same wind blows on us all. The wind of economy, the wind of disaster, the wind of inflation. So what matters is, how do you set your sail? And the only way I want to encourage people is to look, if you're not in this business, think about an extra income and think about getting into this company as fast as possible. Because I have seen as partners, yes, the inflation is there, but we are able to tap into other countries' economies and we are able to make money. So for me, Veronica, the answer that I would give is that all this that is happening, it's not meant for one country, it's not meant for one continent, it's not meant for one region. It is affecting the entire world in different ways. And all what we need to do is actually to rise above and say, if US, they're being affected, Canada, they're being affected, who am I in Africa to think that I'm not going to be affected by inflation? So let's set our sails because the wind of inflation is blowing on us all. That is what I can say. And don't sit back and say, it's my country, it's me, because I was born in the wrong part of the continent, Africa. No, just to let you know, if other people are rising above it, we can also do it.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing, Nancy. And indeed, you have hit the nail on the head. Inflation is not only here, it's worldwide. I have a question here from Kathy Ann Mohammed, who asks you, what was the name of the book with the nuggets?
Okay, the name of the book, I don't think you can get it in the bookshop because it's a copy which we got from where I was. One of the uplines gave us a copy, but it says, maybe go and try. Let it go off whatever makes you stop. So let it go off whatever makes you stop. It has quite a number of nuggets, and I can tell you for sure, those nuggets even today, they keep me in check. And especially nugget 20, roads without obstacles, they lead to nowhere.
Awesome. We have another question here from Chanel. I hope I pronounced it correctly. How do you go about sharing to a prospect when they need to see material and video on the first approach after getting their contact?
Okay. So depending with whether this person I'm meeting them physical for one-to-one or this person we are sharing online, let's say I share about the Fountain of Life. I send the 8 minutes video clip to them, you know, the oxidative stress about Fountain of Life. If it is toothpaste, there's a 5 minutes video. So all these videos, they are in our back office. Partners, we know, we are very, very blessed to have a company that has given us everything for us to do the business. So for me, I share the video with the person after I've talked to them, and I tell them, when you watch this video, I will call you. So we set the time because I want to hear the feedback and I want to hear what that person says about what they have liked about that video.
Okay, awesome. We also have, I hope that answers your question. We also have our amazing Maria Baptiste. Oh, Maria, kindly. Oh, there you are, girl. Lovely to see you. Welcome, Maria.
Thank you, Lucy. Could you hear me loud and clear?
Crystal clear.
Fantastic. First of all, I want to thank you very much again for doing such an amazing hosting, Nancy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our Opulence partner on the call here. And Nancy, I'm telling you, sweetheart, that was absolutely incredible and is such a remarkable and inspirational story to each and everyone on the call here. Ladies and gentlemen, Nancy, that beautiful woman I met in 2018 right here in Toronto, Canada. And from the moment we met, we connect. There is something special about our team Kenya. I love you guys because first and foremost, what I've noticed with Nancy, very professional, very loyal, and very focused in her business. I met Nancy, and of course, I met Lucy Karanja and also Lucy Correa, my three favorite of all. But the most important thing, what I admire what Nancy, if you guys really listen to all her story that she mentioned, her experiences, her challenges that she faced, it only takes a woman with that determination to win. As we say, the 3 Ps, you got to be patient, you got to be persistent, and have that perseverance to succeed. So Nancy, I just want to share and thank you so much for what you share for each and every one of us. It was very, very powerful. And I agree with you. Of course, I know that your mentor, one of your mentor is Jim Rohn, which is one of my mentors too, because I met him 3 times. And I agree in everything that you said, but I admire you of that perseverance, not quitting, not giving up, spite of the challenges that you had to face at the beginning against social media, to know that you're shy, but breaking all that and come out brand new and fresh. I admire you. I adore you, because they always say is your why that will make you cry. And when people wonder why they said, no, it's that perseverance and that why. And of course, more importantly, you had all the support from your husband and your children. That really helped a lot. I am so grateful and I'm so thankful for you. Keep on continue doing the excellent work as a Caribbean queen in Africa, leading the marketplace. And I will leave that quote again with Jim Rohn. And I agree with everything that you said. And I hope a lot of people should pick up on that. He says, formal education will make you a living, but self-education make you a fortune. So always work harder on yourself. And that's what you did. You become a better version of yourself. You keep on learning, you keep on growing, you never give up, you never do anything, you just keep on rising. So that's where your story touched so many lives today. And it's all about, to me, perseverance. Never quitting, never give up. Keep on going. The winners never quit, but quitters never win because they give up too easily. So Nancy, keep on the excellent work as a team leader. Each and every one of you there too as well. Lucy, the 2 Lucy, we have, Christine, all these phenomenal leaders. You are blessed because you have a powerful team on your hand. And I'll always say teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you so much, Nancy. I love you guys. Keep up the excellent work and stay strong and shoot, as Jim Rohn will say, or Les Brown, you're shooting for the moon. If you miss, you land on the stars. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Team Kenya, back to you, Lucy Karanja.
Thank you.
Thank
Oh
you.
gosh, thank you so much, Maria. We love you too. And we've been missing you, so you need to, you know what I mean.
I know, I'll come back.
Yeah.
Was
Yes.
just busy with the team there, but thank you so much, guys. I'll be there.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
very, very
welcome.
much, Maria. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Febronia, I think you had your hand up a little while back. Kindly do unmute and share with us.
Wow, Lucy, thanks so much for that great moderation. Wow, Nancy. Every time you talk, I remember the way you used to tell me, Phoebe, we can do it. It is doable. Even when I was wondering where the shop is in the space, You kept telling me, I will show you where the shop is. Don't you worry. Whatever you can do, we are here. We'll do it together. And for real, you have held us together. Nancy, I'll forever cherish you for who you have made me become, who you have helped the whole team become in Kenya, and the focus you have. And now looking at the way things are and looking at how our business is looking like now, we all can say we are blessed. We are so blessed to have you as our leader, as our mother in the business, yet you are younger than us, and we keep hanging on your coat and you keep carrying us. Thank you, Nancy, and God bless you so much. And I can see Inyait has a question. She says, did you say at one point you wanted to give up? Inyait has asked you that question.
Yes, thank you so much, Inyait Toto. That is our upcoming leader in Bungoma County, for those people who know Kenya. And yes, Inyait, as a human being, there are times you wake up and feel like you can't put one foot in front of the other. And let me tell you, when we started the business in Kenya, it was very difficult at some point because of the challenges that we went through, and especially the customs, all that. And remember, for me, I was coming from a company where everything was done. Everything was in the shop, go pick, go and deliver. So that feeling, if you never feel that feeling, then you're not doing the business. If you never experience that feeling of wanting to quit, then that means you're not in business. Because people will tell you, no, I don't want to do this. This is a pyramid scheme, this what? And you see, those challenges, they always want to pull you down. So for me, I would sit down and ask myself, did I make the right decision? What made me leave? And I remembered, you know what? Unless I leave my comfort zone, I cannot go to the next level. Unless I wake up and rise up to the challenges, I cannot go to the next level. So every time I felt that way, I would call my upline. I would call him. And every time he would tell me, Nancy, how did you know that I was online? And I would tell him, you know what? I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you because I'm feeling like this. And he would encourage me and tell me, Nancy, we are in this together. Let's carry on. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do from our side and even the corporate to help you. So yes, that's a normal feeling. To feel like quitting, it's normal. But I always say, and I tell partners, when you feel that way, look for your working upline and tell them what you're feeling, because indeed they will always have words to encourage you and they will hold your hands once more. So never shy away to say that you felt that way. I'd never shy away to say that there are times I would not feel like doing it, because of the challenges, and I'm a human being. But when I was in that position, I would call my upline and I will vent. I would complain, to him and say, I can't do this. What will I do? And every time I went with that kind of challenge, we came up with a solution. And I thank God that Reza has always been there for me, together with the corporate, and that is why today I am who I am. And he's still there for me. Every time I call him, he will be there to receive my call, to listen. And now I've come to a level where we think together, we reason together as leaders, and I can only be a better version of myself.
Thank you so much, Nancy, for that. And I know we are way over time, and we need to close. But Miriam, sorry, dear.
No problem.
Yes, there you are. Karibu sana. Welcome, Miriam.
Asante, asante sana. You know what they say? Maria, it's a mother of Jesus. It's a prophet, right? So yeah. Maria, it's all the same, It's just the way everyone can manage to pronounce. So I'm honored to be on this call. As always, my family, my people, you know, they said when you see a woman putting Africa on the map, it's a big thing for us as an African, first of all, as a woman, first, second of all, and the third of all, as a community, as a humanity, you know, every little thing we can manage to learn from each other, it's a blessing in the sky because it goes to our children. They're the future for tomorrow. So the more people we help, the more we share. It is an honor every time I come to, especially for the Kenyan call. I am honored because it is inspiration. It gives us energy. You guys are, you know, the Energizer Bunny. Kenyan team is Energizer Bunny. You know, like you keep going on and on and on. You know, it kind of like wake us up around the world. It doesn't matter where we are. So I salute you guys. Lucy Anje did an amazing host as always as a leader. And Nancy, I have no words for you. Like all the words everybody was talking about, it's like we can go on until the other day. So I'm just giving you salute, right? When we called you, it doesn't matter left, right, your team or not your team. It doesn't matter what. When we pick up a call and say, Nancy, you know what, you always jump on a call. And even if you're busy, you never ignore nobody. And that I give you salute with, like, I feel even like crying the way you support your team. I'm honor you, you know, because I know when I have people in Kenya and I call, even if it's mid of the night, you even text me, you know, and say, Mariam, I have this meeting from this time, like she doesn't leave you hanging, you know, and that is called leadership. So sister, it's already been told what kind of person you are. But me as Mariam, I'm telling you, you are a really queen, not just for East Africa, for continent of Africa and the woman in general in the world. Okay, and keep up, because you know what, our children need all of us and we need all of you. You know, teamwork make the dream work. Opulence is our vehicle, and it is it. If there are new people here, hear this story, go back to all the story on YouTube, you know, of the cocktail. You will know, you know, when each woman do this cocktail, like Estella, you know, she made us cry. You know, many of Lady Febronia, you know, I salute. So Sister Nancy, keep up. We need you there, you know, and one day, you know, you're the top of, you know, the tallest mountain of Africa. So you're our woman of the tallest mountain of Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro. So we're not just going to call you Miss Queen, you're Miss Kilimanjaro. Okay, so thank you very much. And I'm honored, sister. And don't worry, we are together. We are not going to let it go, this vehicle. And we're going to save many lives, you know? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miriam, for that sharing. And indeed, we miss you and love you. And thank you for that, sharing it completely. We have Justine here. Justine would love to share and give you a minute and a half because we are over time. Justine, can you unmute? There you go.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Justine, welcome.
Thank you, Lucy. Thank you. Hi, Nancy. And that was a great sharing, great experience. So Nancy, what I want to say is just that I am proud of you, Nancy, as a leader in Africa, as a woman from Africa. Because your experience reflects your reality as well as the reality of many of us. And I know that often we hesitate to share our negative experience or challenges, while when each time we share, it's a teaching that we give. It's a possibility for others to be inspired. And you just did it through your leadership cocktail today. But it's also, when we share, it's also a solution that we offer, because you demonstrate that through your sharing how to get around the difficulties, why not to give up, and how to enjoy the success that you have achieved. So if you achieve, the other people will also achieve. And also your experience shows that Opulence Global, it's a process, and that's partners have just to take the time to understand and integrate the system in order to move forward. So that was my 2 cents I wanted to add to your testimonial. And I want to say thank you so much for this sharing, and keep up the good work you are doing. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Justine, for that sharing. And we also do indeed appreciate you as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have Veronica who wants to ask a quick question. Veronica, are you available?
Yes, Lucy, I have a question. You know, when I was listening to Maria Baptiste and Mariam, you know, I just remembered there's something I wanted to ask, but I didn't ask. But Nancy, you spoke about you get the support from your husband and your children. And, you know, what would be your advice to the men in our lives, for the partners in our business around the world, not just Africa, who do not get the kind of support that you get? What would be your advice to them? And just to add, you know, before you answer the question, I just want to say that it is really amazing. You know, if you look on social media, people are saying this is time for Africa. And indeed, it is time for Africa, because we are rich, we are blessed, and we have the knowledge and the capability to do it. But there are things that hold us back for whatever reasons, whether it is culture, whether it is religion, whatever you relate it to. But from a business point of view, and from what you have experienced in this business, from the returns you have seen in this business, the feedback you've gotten from this business, what do you have to tell spouses, partners, brothers, sisters who do not support their own in the growth in this market? What is your advice to them?
Wow. Thank you so much. Once more, Veronica. And I would say my experience and what I've come to realize is that most of us, when we get into this business or the space of network marketing, let me say that, first of all, is to embrace it as a business. Not to look at this as something that you're doing because you have nothing else to do. Not to look at it as a business to be done by people who have nothing else to do, you know? And the moment you embrace this business that way, let me tell you what happens. The people around you, they start appreciating that this is the way to go. I remember, even me, I remember the early days, when I started the business part-time, it was not easy for my husband to embrace this kind of business, you know? And when he saw that I am persisting, I am so passionate, and every time I would tell him, just give me a chance, you know, allow me to do the business because I know what it can do for us as a family. So sometimes the reason why we don't get support from our families, from our relatives, it's because we don't come out to show them that is a serious business you have started. Most of us, we start the business, but we want to hide it. We start the business, but even when we are talking about it, we are not passionate. We are talking like it's something that I have picked, you know, something else that I do when I feel like doing it. But the moment you embrace it, like the job, suppose I was to come and tell my family, oh, I got a job with Opulence Global. I've been employed by Opulence Global. People want to hear that. But let me tell you, this is bigger than the employment. So for me, I want to encourage the ladies who are here, the wives who are here, the husbands who are here, the brothers and sisters, that if someone comes with this opportunity at home, number one, don't participate in killing their dream. because you can easily kill the dream of your own family, something that will take your family to the next level. Number two, if you're here as a lady, a wife, and you go home and your family is negative, your spouse is negative, your mother, your uncles, they are negative, I want to encourage you that persist and always remind them to give you a chance because you have seen the bigger picture of this opportunity. I walk on the corridors of my family like, you know, this is the best opportunity of my entire life. That is how I walk. And everybody, when they see me, they know, Nancy, you cannot remove her from where she is. And I tell people, I want to change the mentality of people about network marketing, not only in my family, that one I have succeeded, but in Africa and in Kenya. So to me, Veronica, is how do you carry your business? How you carry this business, it is how people will treat it. If you show people it's a small thing that you do when you're, you know, when you have nothing else to do, guess what? People will trash it. So, and then the other thing is show results. When you come in here, work and show results. When people see results, oh my God, they embrace it. Yeah. So that can really help each one of us here. Embrace the business, work hard and show results. People will start respecting your business and they will allow you to do it. My husband wouldn't want to hear me being employed. Of course not. He wants me to do what I do because I have time to support the family and I'm bringing money back home. How cool is that?
Awesome, Nancy. Awesome. You hit the nail on the head there. Okay, so I know we've gone way, way, way over time, and I think it's time for I to ask Nancy for the final shot as we come to a close. At the same time, there was, and Nancy, you could maybe answer this question. There was a question regarding when we have the African team partner training. I can't remember who it was who asked, but I remember seeing that. So maybe you could share that info as well as you give us the final shot. Although I see two more. Yes, that's about it.
Okay. This being the last of the last because of time, Lucy, I just want to thank each one of the participants on the call. And I want to say thank you so much for coming. And I want to encourage everybody who is here, and more so the new partners and maybe visitors who are invited. I want to tell you that Opulence GLobal is a company to take you to the next level. I always say that many people, they board many cars out there thinking that they're going to take them to the destiny where they want to go. Unfortunately, they find that those vehicles they board, they're not able to take them there. Choose this great company because the vision is great. The vision bearer, who is our CEO of how this company will change the entire world, you don't want to miss this opportunity. Sometimes you might feel, yeah, my business is not doing well, my business is not where it's supposed to be. And I want to encourage you to tell you, you cannot give up. Let's forge forward, let's hold hands together, let's build together. If Africa, we can do it. And I thank God, I'm so excited to even see that my team from Philippines, they're here. And I'm telling them, as we are building Africa, they're going to have a big share of African market because our model allows us to do the same, and equally the same for us. I'm building that region, and I know we're going to build such a huge organization. So mine is to encourage you, hold the vision, hold the dream high, because this company will take you where your dream is. And I'm so proud, Lucy, allow me to say that our CEO announced that by end of the year, he's coming to Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, on this call, there's no better time for you to go out there. Look for anybody who knows, anybody who knows, anybody who knows anybody in Africa or Kenya, because this is going to be a game changer for us. So for me, it's just to tell you, all the Africans out there on this call and all the Kenyans out there on this call, please make sure that that event that is going to happen in Kenya, you don't miss it. Thank you very much. May God bless you. And more importantly, I want to wish you all the best. Thank you, and back to our moderator.
Thank you so much, Nancy, for that absolutely amazing leadership cocktail today. And I know everyone has totally enjoyed it. And thank you so much for all the partners and their guests who took the time out to be with us and share what our amazing and phenomenal leader has shared. On that note, I think, Nancy, there was a question about the training for leadership. Jenny's the one who had asked. I believe you want to share that with her because you mentioned it just before we call it a night.
Yeah, in Africa, yes, Africa, we normally have our leadership call every Monday, 8 p.m. Kenyan time.
Yes. And then you can always join us also for the presentations, which are on Tuesday, every Tuesday at, again, 8 p.m. Kenyan time, and on Thursday at the same time, 8 p.m. You're most welcome to join us anytime. So without much further ado, we need to close this. And I think we'll do our usual, if everyone can open their videos, our usual bye-bye. Kindly share with me. We're closing, shutting down in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. One team,
One team,
one dream,
one dream,
one united nation.
One united Africa.
To the billion. Billion. Good night.
Bye-bye, everyone, and thank you so
Bye,
much.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Raymond. Good to see you on the call. Bye.